This is Kenneth the K-Rock Klein, but by this point you already know who I am. And welcome to a special Tuesday edition of the ETSU Sportsnet Coaches Show. Of course, we couldn't do it on Monday because it was MLK Day and we were paying our respects. So now we're here on Tuesday, and it's time to interview with the head men's basketball coach of East Texas Baptist University, Brandon Curran. Well, Coach Curran, I wasn't the one that had to interview you last week, but I did catch up on it. And one of the things you talked about was riding out the storms, especially given the difficult stretch you guys were going through. But this past weekend, I don't know exactly what happened. Whether you would just say, you know what, we're sick and tired of all the storms, and you just decided to come out and really take it to both Louisiana College and Belhaven. So just talk about what was it about the guys going into the game that just made you feel like, hey, something good's going to come out of it?
Last week we talked about sleeping through the storms and just trusting the Lord in good times and also in bad times. And just really thankful on Thursday and Saturday just for the character that the Lord has given our guys, the hearts that He's put in them, just for their commitment, their resiliency, their enthusiasm. They've played with tons of energy. They've just continued to fight through adversity, and just really played well Thursday night, and then again on Saturday, and had a really exciting weekend of basketball. Did a lot of things really well, and I think some things are starting to click, and it's a lot of fun.
Definitely, Coach. And obviously the first game against Louisiana College, you guys came away with a huge win against, at the time, the top team in the American Southwest Conference because they were a good team. But, you hung with them in the first half, and then the second half you just seemed to you got behind a little early by 9, but then you were able just to pull away. What was the vibe going into halftime, especially in that moment?
Well, the first half I thought was a lot of fun. They were just hitting shots, and I thought they were hitting tough shots. They were really contesting threes. They hit 11 threes in the first half, but we were there on all of them except for I think one. We got really good contests, and they just made shots. We also made 11 threes the first half, and we're down 2 at halftime. In the second half, they scored a few times right off the start, and then I thought we just persevered. We continued to challenge shots. Some of the shots they were making the first half, they started missing. And just, I think the consistency of our effort and consistency of execution allowed us to kind of stretch it out to a 15 or 17 point lead and then just hang on down the stretch. So overall, just a really good effort by our guys, and just continuing to do the things that we asked them to do and continuing to play hard, and they did a great job.
Now, I know you don't like to talk about any one individual on the team because it's a collective effort, but I got to ask you this question. When you saw Nathan Fontenot pull a little James Harden with a step back, ankle breaker on the guy, and then looked at him for a pause, and then he fired a three from Steph Curry range, and the whole place went crazy. Just what was your thought process about all that?
Well, it was late in the shot clock, and we needed to play. And he just made a huge shot. Incredible scorer, incredible shooter, and just made a big play, and it was a lot of fun. I loved the fans' reaction. The fans were going crazy, and so I'm glad they got to enjoy it. But, yeah, no, it was a good shot.
Okay. All right, we'll skip all that. And then, so this week, Coach, you're back on the road. First up against UT Tyler this Thursday. Now, this, unfortunately, does not have any bearing as far as conference standings goes because, as we all know, they're currently in transition mode to D2, but playing against UT Tyler, a program that you've had some great battles with over the years, just kind of talk about the stakes obviously aren't that huge, but it's still UT Tyler regardless of whether it counts for conference or not.
Yeah, well, right now we're just trying to continue to improve, and so we're added some things in practice this week, working on some new things in practice this week. It's a great opportunity for us to grow and get better. It's just a non-conference game leading into our next conference game. And so it's a great opportunity for us to improve and continue to grow and make strides and be ready for conference to pick up again on Saturday.
Definitely, Coach. And, I got to say, one guy that, I've been very impressed with lately with the way he's been playing. Well, I should say a couple of guys, but Zach Elliott has been stepping up his game very well, but Spencer Cochran on Saturday, or at least, he had himself a tremendous game. Just kind of talk about, in particular, what those two bring to the table.
Well, they're both settling into their roles and really starting to grasp the things that we're asking them to do, and both of them are doing a great job of just doing their jobs and not trying to do too much. And they're both really skilled in different areas. And I think right now they're just playing to their strengths. They're getting comfortable. They're stepping up. They're making big plays. And I mean, it's really fun to watch. You know, those are 6'9" and 6'7" and skilled. And we've enjoyed coaching them, enjoyed watching them play.
All right. Okay, well, Coach, thanks very much for joining us once again on this Tuesday edition. We will look forward to seeing you next time here on the ETSU Sportsnet Coaches Show, and we will have more on this channel. You'll know who our next coach is in just a moment.